Hello everyone, my name is the Mad Scorpion and welcome back to Destiny 2, The Witch Queen. Reset has finally happened. I managed to push through the queue and get in myself, so it is time to explore about the world and see what else has sort of changed in the perspective of the map. So one of the first things starting off is that the world map looks a bit different. Now, obviously they said what was going to happen has happened. The Tangled Shore is no longer with us. It has officially disappeared. And the Throne World is now here, which will kick off with the Arrival mission that will load you straight in once you pick your difficulty. You can quit at any time if you so wish, but you can just go through it if you want to. That being said as well, I feel like they're teasing something just because they included Mars in the background here. And they started to include other worlds because, you know, Jupiter is out here by Europa. And we have Saturn here by Nessus, but if I remember, Nessus ain't anywhere near Saturn in terms of geography. But I wonder if they're teasing the Dreadnought coming back at some point. But besides that, going throughout the world, the Vanguard playlist, it was officially updated so that now it's Vanguard Ops, which includes strikes and battlegrounds. And they compressed it a little bit so they have the PvE Nightfall playlist, which they won't even let you into the start. But they did say that Hash-Ladoon and the Scarlet Keep was our starting Nightfall, and that period you have to be 1460 to play, which basically means just power through soft cap and get through a little bit of powerfuls. Now, the Grandmaster, it's going to be open April 5th, so it's not even available right now, but even though it still tells us what is available for Hash-Ladoon, so we'll just have to come back and see what that is in the future. Gambit, the update has happened, so Gambit Normal and Gambit Freelance is here, as we know that was going to happen, but aside from that, there's not much else to tell. Then Gambit's here. Oh, Crucible here. It's Momentum Control again for some reason. So it's Momentum Control 2 weeks in a row for its rotationals, and I believe we'll have Trials at a later date, Iron Banner at a later date as well. It's hard to say what really happens there. And with Legends as well, we still have Vault of Glass here in its usual thing. Let's see, it is only Oracle for you, so it's Oracle Challenge with Praetus Revenge for the Time Lost. Now, I won't bother saying, or I won't really know what this is yet. Reset just happened. Everyone's still updating their sites, and I'm not going to play Nightfalls over and over again to see what Nightfall loot is yet. But that will come at a later date. Next week I'll be ready for it. But going into Europa, we have our usual changes for the week. The Eventide Ruins, Eclipse Zone, Dark Priestess, Empire Hunt. And for our Crypt, it's Of All Trades, Nuclear Descent Challenge. Oh no! Simulation's no longer Pinnacle. Oh man. Well, that sucks. But it is the survival one if you still want to run the simulations. And going into Eternity, it's still the Pinnacle and Powerful available for Eternity. And checking its Legend variations, it's Vex and Cabal, with the final round being Crota. And it does look like they have done what they said. They've updated things to know what will have what shields when you go into the things. So that is a change that has come through well. Now, in terms of the world, the tower has been updated a little bit. Rahul has now taken over his deeds as Spider, as he now has both umbrals as well as resources, so you can just straight up buy Glimmer with resources, as well as buying all resources at any time with legendary shards. It's hard to say whether or not it's going to be a rotating thing, because I can't say whether or not every resource available, well, it's not, because there's no helium filaments there. So that might rotate in and out, or you might just have to go and find some, but it's to be said. And as well, he does have special offers in the form of Enhancement Cores, Enhancement Prisms, and Ascendant Alloy, which might not be, you have a limited amount. Let's see, you can only pick up one, I think, per week? Yep, you can only pick up one per week for weapon crafting. And I have no idea how rare that's actually going to be in the future, but you can get it for 400 shards a week if you so wish. Now, checking Banshee, his change has of course happened, and ranking up is a little bit different. It is the reputation system, so every rank up is not going to get you gear. But I did go through, I emptied out my Postmaster of whatever weapons I saved from dumping my rounds, and one Postmaster inventory short 3 slots, I should say that's not completely full, but short 3 slots was just enough to rank me up once and give me a little bit of spare space. And so, yeah, that definitely happened, as well as being access to upgrade modules, enhancement cores, ascendant alloys, and even an ascendant shard at the end. He won't offer exotics. But then he does have what appears to be at least soft cap gear, and then, ooh, we have some returning weapons that I didn't expect. So, in terms of his inventory at current, we have Shepherd's Watch, No Distractions, Demolitionist, a pretty solid roll on that. Although this is an old returning one. Spoiler alert, the surplus swashbuckler, not terrible. It is a sidearm, so meh. But then Snorri FR5, the first so far we've seen of the updated Foundry weapons. Now these are brand new. These aren't even returning. It's a brand new freaking fusion. So let's see, firmly planted frenzy. Let's see, Omolon Fluid Dynamics, increased reload speed and stability for the top half of the magazine. So that's curious. It's definitely weird. Now, oh, they even updated the stats screen. So instead of a bar, we actually get full details on the stats. So even though it's hard to tell, you can see exactly how much every stat affects your gun. That's actually pretty awesome. But moving in, Readback 5S1. Let's see, or 5SI, a new Vice sidearm, Subsistence Rampage with Vice Stinger that basically just benefits, let's see, chance to reload magazine and increase movement speed when aiming down sights. Bows receive faster draw speed and swords receive faster charge rate while this perk is active. Considering there's only one Vice sword, at least at current, that's a little bit advantageous to hunters. But it's a pretty solid looking sidearm for perks, Subsistence Rampage, and then the usual barrel perks. Now we have Memory Interdict, a Omolon grenade launcher. Now this one is an old Omolon, so it's not going to get the Foundry update just yet, but hopefully in the future we will soon. It might make various Omolon grenade launchers actually worth it. But Clown Cartridge Unrelenting, it's not terrible. It doesn't have the greatest mag perks though. Now Crown Splitter, which will be everyone's swords come in the future. Jagged Edge available, as well as various other perks. Not great, but not the worst. You could definitely do better. Now, just as a moniker, it is time to go down and check with Ada. Now, I'm not going to go and see what armor she has on every single character. I'm trying to keep this as brief as possible to get to the best details and make as many videos as possible for Reset. But as well, it is time to see how her inventory has changed since, because Banshee got space for more mods, as well as his reputation system, so it's time to see how Ada has been changed in this coming DLC, which looks great so far. Season of the Risen, not Riven, just looks plain great flat out also. Now, Ada, she's been updated. She has room for more mods, which I do believe Utility Kickstart was given free outright, so it's hard to say whether or not this is earned. That might have been bought by the Wavefinder stuff from Queen Mara in her chambers and all that, but it's hard to say really. But we do see both two standard mods, one War Mind and one Well mod technically. Well, that's just a stasis mod. And just straight up upgrade modules for resources, shards, and cores, and a Helping of Glimmer. So you can just buy those outright if you so wish. And her usual bounties have all been reset. And 48, 48, 48. Wow. Okay, so I feel like that's a bug. Literally every single armor has the exact same stats, save for the class item. Well, if that's not a bug, that's kind of stupid. But I'm just going to go ahead and hope it's a bug. Now, there is, of course, other things. The season has officially started, but I think it might kick into Witch Queen. If you bought the season, you'll have the Grand Overture, the brand new Exotic Machine Gun Season Pass to pick off the bat. Oh, and I forgot, seasonal challenges. This is something to do for Reset Update as well. I'm not going to get into it, just in case you don't want spoilers for the season. Just yet. I'm going to save these for later, just in case. But, that being said, my name is Mad Scorpion, and I will see you in the next video, which will likely be the Epiverse update, because I'm super excited for that.